It is Monday the 17th of July, about 10:30 in the morning. I had met a camper, fellow camper, my next door neighbor camper, nice site next to me. And I guess I got acquainted with him a little bit. I found out that he is a retired Navy commander. Started off as an E1, and he was a maverick, and went up through the ranks. I guess he made like Master Chief, and then they commissioned him. And he got out after 33 years and a beard about down to here. He told me, he said he'd been retired as long as this took to grow this, is what he said. And he grabbed hold of his beard and it came down to about here. Anyway, he retired from the Navy with about 34 years of service as a commander. I sure do respect somebody that can do that kind of thing. Joe Smedley is a buddy of mine that also did that maverick thing in the Navy. And like I said, I admire people like that. This guy now looks like a hippie. He was a clean-cut commander in the U.S. Navy up until that long ago. Anyway, he just left a few minutes ago. And when he left, we shook hands and I said goodbye to him, and he said, well, maybe we'll see you in a campground down the road somewhere. And who knows, it's a small world. But what I discovered was that I don't much like saying goodbye. When he left, I was watching over through the woods where he was dumping his tanks, and I was thinking to myself, you know what, I don't much like saying goodbye. And I was thinking of that in relationship to my reunion coming up. My reunion coming up on Saturday night. We'll have our ball, our banquet, and the major function of our time here. That will be very interesting and very cool. I will enjoy that. But Judy told me something one time ago about the reunion, is that you'll see people and then you'll go to the next reunion and they won't be there. And you'll find out that they died. And you know, the more you hear about that, the more you realize your own mortality, and that you might not be back at the next reunion because you might die, or I might die. So anyhow, I was wanting to make a video that talked about perhaps when I get back from the Sunday function, which is a cruise out on the water here. I don't know what waterway or whatever, but we've done it before. We'll lay a wreath and all of that sort of stuff, have a ceremony. And that in itself is a sad thing, because that commemorates all of the Boston shipmates, I believe, that have perished over the years. But anyhow, I wanted to make a video and say that maybe we get back from that cruise on Sunday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and we will, I won't hang around there and watch people leave over the next 3-4 hours. I'll just come on back here and make my preparations to leave here. My intent is to be all ready to go, basically, except to put my bike on the back and unplug the electricity. I will be ready to go. I'm going to take care of everything I have to take care of on Thursday. Thursday evening, there is the first function. It's a fun night at the hotel. So I'll be there for that particular fun night. It's only $10. If I missed it, it wouldn't be all that big a deal. But I expect I'll be hooking up with Mary and Dan, and we'll be hanging out and having dinner and that kind of thing. I'm going to call them later on today, in fact. They're due, I think, Wednesday.